But 2/3 of voters think the economy was better under President Trump.
Well, that's just not the case, and we have to do a better job of laying out the facts that the economy has dramatically improved under the leadership of President Joe Biden.
But if those are the facts, why don't voters believe it? Is that a communication problem?
Voters understand that more needs to be done, that there are challenges that remain.
All right, bro, does anybody find it weird the way that he talks? Lay out the facts so voters know what's going on. Bro, like, it's almost like he talks like a robot. Like the pregnant pauses that in his sentence, bro, it's crazy. And then the whole hands every time he speaks is, I don't know, it's kind of distracting to be honest with you. But lay out the facts. You know, this is my thing. Obviously, you guys know the topic of today's discussion. Democrats lying. And this is the thing. If the facts, right, were true, you wouldn't have to tell us. But anyway, we got to talk about the CNN interview with I almost called him a name, but I'm gonna be nice. We got to talk about this CNN interview with Joe Biden. Oh my goodness gracious! Like this stuff is just getting absolutely ridiculous. But of course, we're here to expose the lies. As always, like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in.
So when you talk about the economy, of course, it is by far the most important issue for voters. It's also true right now, Mr. President, that voters by a wide margin trust Trump more on the economy. They say that in polls. And part of the reason for that may be the numbers. And you're aware of many of these, of course. The cost of buying a home in the United States is double what it was when you look at your monthly costs from before the pandemic. Real income, when you account for inflation, is actually down since you took office. Economic growth last week, far short of expectations. Consumer confidence, maybe no surprise, is near a 2-year low. With less than 6 months to go to Election Day, are you worried that you're running out of time to turn that around?
We've already turned it around. Look at the Michigan survey. For 65% of American people think they're in good shape economically. They think the nation's not in good shape, but they're personally in good shape. The polling data has been wrong all along. You know, how many, you guys do a poll with CNN, how many folks you have to call to get one response? The idea that we're in a situation where things are so bad, the folks that, we've created more jobs. We're in a situation where people have access to good paying jobs. And the last I saw, the combination of the inflation, the cost of inflation, all those things, that's really worrisome to people with good reason. That's why I'm working very hard to bring the cost of rentals down, to increase the number of homes that are available. But let me say it this way. When I started this administration, people were saying there's going to be a collapse of the economy. We have the strongest economy in the world. Let me say it again, in the world.
Although GDP last week was far short of expectations.
Oh, it wasn't. Look, GDP is still growing. Look at the response of the markets. Overwhelmingly positive.
CNN actually providing a little bit of pushback. Shocking, I know. But, here we are. CNN might be giving up on Biden.
Overwhelmingly positive. And one of the reasons why people feel good about it not being as strong as it was before is they believe that the Fed's going to respond.
They hope they're going to get a rate cut.
Yeah. Well, no president's had the run we've had in terms of creating jobs and bringing down inflation. It was 9% when I came to office.
Lie. No president has had the run that you've had in terms of increasing inflation. That's for sure, right? And then he says creating jobs, but he fails to mention, and we saw this with the Nancy Pelosi interview. I want to say that was MSNBC with that interview where she was in an interview and she had mentioned, well, Trump lost all these jobs, and then the interviewer, Katie Tur, actually it was. So leftist media, this isn't Fox News, guys, okay? For any Democrats that might be watching, this was leftist media. Katie Tur interjected and said, well, we had a pandemic where a lot of people lost jobs, a lot of businesses closed down. And Nancy Pelosi just, Donald Trump had the worst jobs loss ever. Now, if you want to be a Donald Trump apologist, it's like, yo, that's a fact, and you're angry because she stated a fact? I thought Democrats were the party of, oh, let's get rid of misinformation. Nah, it's all lies. It's all BS. They love misinformation as long as it benefits them. When it doesn't, then they don't like it, and they got to create this. What was the little group that they tried to make? I forgot what it was called, but they tried to make a whole misinformation organization to battle misinformation online.
Inflation was 9% when I came to office.
Lie.
9%. But look, people have a right to be concerned. Ordinary people, the idea that you bounce a check and you get a $30 fee for bouncing the check, I changed that. You can't charge more than $8 for that. Or your credit card, your late payment, $35. I mean, there's corporate greed going on out there, and it's got to be dealt with.
Okay, Joe Biden, but why are people's checks bouncing? Did you ever think about that one? Now, I agree. People shouldn't be charging, $30 or whatever when people's checks bounce. But why are their checks bouncing, Joe Biden? Oh, because your economy sucks. Nobody's got any money. All right. What was the other thing that he said there?
Or your credit card, your late payment.
Yeah, the late payments thing. Why are people late on their payments, Joe Biden? How about you address that? Exactly. Your economy sucks. That's why people's checks are bouncing. That's why people are having late payments. How about you address that one? Now, I do want to show you guys this clip of... Hey, leftist media actually... Now, this is the first time I've seen this from leftist media. But they were fact-checking Joe Biden. It's honestly incredible. Check it out.
It was 9% when I came to office. 9%.
Inflation was actually 1.4% when Biden was sworn in, peaking at 9.1% in June 2022.
Big lie. Joe Biden said it was 9%. It was 1. It was 1% under Trump. It went to 9 under Biden. And even now, it's still higher than Trump's was.
It has since come down to 3.5%, preventing a further drop housing costs. In New York City, one survey found rent is rising 7 times faster than wages. In California, a condo in West Hollywood just sold for a record-smashing $24 million. Food costs also playing a role. Grocery prices are up 26% since 2019. And fast food prices are up 33%. Many consumers saying enough is enough.
I don't mean to be broke, but for an 8-count mini and a lemonade, $14?
I joked that this was fine dining now because I might as well go at a sit-down restaurant and be served if I'm going to pay those type of prices.
Hey, she ain't lying. She is not lying. Bro, the prices of this food, man, is crazy. Absolutely. I told y'all about the story of me going to the grocery store. See, I don't typically go to the grocery store, for those that might be wondering, like, yo, Rich, you don't go to the grocery store? No, I typically personally don't go to the grocery store. But I went, and bro, I had 2 bags of items in like a third bag with like 2 things in it. So not even a half, really, just had 2 items. And it was like a little over $100. And I'm like, yo, just a few years ago, you could fill up your grocery cart for $100. Bro, you got like 20 bags. I got 2. And this was $100. The prices of stuff is insane. And as far as like eating out, yeah, bro, it's fine dining. I'm talking about fast food restaurants. That is fine dining as far as I'm concerned. Fine dining. Hey, fellas. Hey, if she say she want to go somewhere fancy, just pull up to your local burger fast food joint. Tell her, hey, these the same prices as the fancy place. So, hey, here we go, baby. You know, man, it honestly is ridiculous, right? Fast food should be cheap and obviously fast, and it's not anymore. Not by a long shot. But anyway, let's continue.
But you ask them what life is like, and they can't buy a bigger house because of mortgage rates. They still, when you talk about grocery prices. Right. And so the president has to be careful here. That sounds like somebody in Washington telling people you're wrong. And whatever your party is, voters don't process it that way. They don't like that.
Definitely don't like being told they're wrong, because it's how they're actually experiencing the economy personally.
The inflation drag, the cost of living drag is still giant out in America, and they don't like people in Washington telling them they're wrong.
That's facts. And like I said earlier, if your economy was great, you would not have to tell us that it was great. We would feel it. We would see it. We would know it. Like, you wouldn't have to tell us anything. Like when Hakeem Jeffries, so we just have to lay out the facts of how great Joe Biden has done with the economy, improving the economy. Lay out what facts? What facts? You don't have to lay out anything. We lay it out for ourselves on a daily basis when we pull up to the gas pump, when we go to the grocery store, when we try to get renew some car insurance. We do it every single day. There's no facts to be laid out. We see it. But bro, I'm telling you, these Democrats, man, these are some slime ball people, bro. Slime balls.
We've seen a slew of polls now that show that Americans, many of them, a majority of them, think that the economy was better under Trump than under Biden. And what the White House has been arguing for some time now is that is not true by many measures. Certainly inflation is higher now than it was under Trump and before the pandemic.
Bro, any and everywhere you look, the price is higher. Everywhere. Have you looked at home prices lately? Like all you can do is laugh so you're not angry, right? Bro, when I tell you, like, some prices have doubled since Trump was in office, I'm not joking. Y'all see it. You can pull it up for yourself. Some of the prices of these homes have doubled. Doubled. That is insane. I'm not talking about doubling over 20 years or over 30 years. It's doubled in 4. Now, I don't know, you know, maybe I'm too young, you know, still a little wet behind the ears, breath still smell like Similac, okay? So to anybody who's been blessed enough to be on this earth longer than I have you guys ever seen anything like this in terms of home prices? Y'all let me know. Maybe this has happened before and I'm just tripping, all right? Maybe. But man, to listen to these Democrats tell us that everything is fine when clearly it's not. Bro, it's talk about an insult. That's a slap in the face. Absolute slap in the face, and it's gotten ridiculous, and they need to be called out for it. So, as always, y'all let me know your thoughts, your opinions on this in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.